So I made a video a while ago talking about Steph Curry's historic 2015-2016 season, in which he set all kinds of records and won unanimous MVP. I titled that video, How Steph Curry Had the Greatest Offensive Season Ever. That video did extremely well. It's the second most viewed video on my channel, but unfortunately due to various copyright claims, I barely made any money off that video with over 200,000 views. So that's cool, I guess. But anyway, I made that video completely confident that title would hold up for a while. Well, after the season that he just had, I don't know if I still believe that, because the year that Steph Curry just had in the 2021 season was nothing short of unbelievable. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. We're gonna be talking about everything leading up to the season, what actually happened, and why I believe we won't see anything quite like this ever again. So let's get into the video. So real quick, I know a lot of you that are watching this video right now are not subscribed, so if you do fall into that category, please feel free to hit the sub button and the notification bell. It only takes a second, and it really helps out a lot. Also be sure to leave a like. That also helps out a lot. So coming into the season, the future of Steph Curry's career was very much in question. Not from a health perspective, but more so from a contending perspective. The Warriors had pretty much fallen apart after the 2019 finals, with the loss of Klay Thompson due to injury, and other key pieces like Kevin Durant and Andre Iguodala leaving in the offseason, as well as Sean Livingston deciding to retire. The Warriors came into next season with a completely new look, and people were waiting to see what Steph Curry would be able to do with a subpar roster. But those questions wouldn't get answered, as Steph Curry would end up getting his hand broken just 4 games into the season. So he would end up missing a majority of the year before it was cut short by the pandemic. The Warriors would obviously not make the playoffs, which meant they were done playing in March of 2020. They finished with a record of 15-50, and would end up getting the number 2 pick in the draft, which they used to select big man James Wiseman. And so the Warriors were looking like they were heading back to the direction of contention once they got rested and got the greatest shooting backcourt in the history of the league back. Cue absolutely awful torn Achilles from Klay Thompson, and all of a sudden, that plan was put on hold without knowledge of when he would return, and more importantly, if he would even be the same player. And so with Klay Thompson being out for the season yet again, and with a subpar roster around him, Steph Curry was once again coming into the season with high expectations and all eyes on him. The first game of the season was a matchup against the Brooklyn Nets, in which Steph Curry scored just 20 points in a blowout loss. Their next game came on Christmas Day against the Milwaukee Bucks, in which Steph Curry scored 19 points in yet another blowout loss. And that's when the chatter started. Talks about so-and-so being better than him. You can literally replace so-and-so with any star player in the league. That's how bad it was getting. There were people saying that Dennis Schroeder was better than Stephen Curry, and this is when I started getting a little worried. Game 3 of the season against the Bulls. The first half was extremely shaky for both Steph Curry and Golden State, as they would hold only a 4-point lead at halftime, led by Steph Curry with 11 points on just 5 for 12 shooting and 1 for 6 on threes. Keep in mind that this was against a Bulls team that really wasn't expected to do anything this season, so the Warriors were heavily favored in this game, but still, they were likely heading to their 3rd loss of the season if their leader didn't step up. And then, Steph Curry became inspirational.
3. Look at Curry. So inspirational, man. Way downtown. Ooh, Curry saved it. Got back up. Fired it away and knocked it down.
I thought that was like a trick right there to rely so much on your bench.
Steph Curry.
Ooh.
Okay, so they're going to call that a 3. I think they should look at that because it stands 123-118. Curry, that's a 3, and he knocks it down. It's a 2-point game with 2 minutes to play.
Wow, that was a big shot.
Curry back the other way. Leading in, counted and a foul. Can't get to Wiggins. Can't get to Curry. Throws into Looney.
Open.
Here's Lee. 3 for the lead.
Oh, my goodness.
Damian Lee.
Steph would score 25 points in the second half and 13 in the fourth quarter before a Damian Lee game winner would put them over the top. Steph would finish with 36 points, and the Warriors would finally give themselves some momentum as they would go on to win their next game against the Detroit Pistons, led by Steph Curry's 31 points. Their next game was a matchup against the Portland Trail Blazers, in which the Blazers won by 25 points. After that game, Damian Lillard did an interview, and that's when he decided to say this.
You know, he's saying that it's tough to get those quality looks right now. You know, it's different than what it's looked like, you know, over the last 4 or 5 years for him.
Cue the Jordan meme, right? I take all that personally.
Gonna make noise in the West. Curry around Covington, past Nurkic, lay it up and in. Junior is checked in. Warriors stay with the same 5 starters. And Steph Curry hitting the wing jumper. Yes, confident in that 3. Looking for Steph. Good screen by Bazemore. 3 on the way. Perfect. Wiseman saved the turnover. Steph cut back door. Little floater. Steph Curry's got 23. Steph. Reloaded, went around the column and made that 3. 22% on the year. Curry for 3. Oh, lasers it home. Steph has the new building high of feet out. Ricochet to Steph. He just catches and launches a three. Like that. He's got 48. McCollum went for 54, but Steph went for 56 by himself. Curry from deep. 59. Why not?
I don't care whether you bring in Bird, whether you bring in Ray Allen, Reggie Miller. I don't give a damn. There has never been a shooter this great.
62! 62!
And this would pretty much remind people that there was never even a debate between these two guys, with Dame going on Twitter after the game and saying you can't dish it out and not be able to take it, #respect. Of course, in reference to the quote that I mentioned earlier. Steph would go on to average 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists for the rest of the month of January, and lead the Warriors to important wins over tough teams like the Lakers and Clippers. Coming into February, he was averaging 28 points on the year, and the Warriors had a difficult stretch of games coming up, one of which was a matchup against the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas got off to a very quick start, and after going up 18-2 in the first quarter, Steph Curry did this.
Play 2 against San Antonio Monday and Tuesday night. After the 2 here in Dallas, Curry trying to draw the foul, count it, and 1. Curry goes backdoor. Nice fake and an easy layup for Steph Curry, third leading scorer on these Mavericks. 0 for 2 to start. That's a 3. The lead is 7. Curry, three-pointer, got it. Steph Curry once again, he's got 22. Finds its way to Green though. Damian Lee, back out Green. Cross-court Curry, another three-pointer, trying to draw a foul, he knocks it down. But Dallas has 70 again. Curry puts it in. Steph Curry from downtown. His 7th three-pointer of the half. Curry, a 3. That's 8 already. Curry way downtown. Bang! Steph Curry from just inside half court. Unbelievable. That's his 9th three-pointer of the game already. A 5-point Dallas lead. They've led the entire game. Curry, another 3. Puts it in. 46 for Steph Curry. Curry dancing. Drives, gets inside. Scoop layup is good. 48 for Curry. Curry fakes. Trying to get that three-pointer off. Drives, gets inside. Layup, banks it home.
Like this, Doncic trying to track Curry.
Curry fakes the 3. Fires up another 3. Bang! Curry with an answer. More quickly so they don't have to foul on the final possession. Curry on the drive, gets inside, reverse, banks it home, and the foul! Curry's fouled by Kleba.
Curry would finish the game with 57 points on 19 for 31 shooting and 11 for 19 from 3. And some of you might be wondering, but Double D, what happened? How did the game end? We'll get to that in this video. Trust me, we will get to that. In the month of February, Curry averaged 32 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, while shooting nearly 50% from the field. Coming into March, the Warriors had still somewhat struggled to find their footing, being just 20-16 through the first half of the season. But the Warriors' job was about to get a lot more difficult, with Steph Curry suffering a bruised tailbone against Houston. Daily reminder, the Rockets. But with the injury to Steph Curry, the Warriors would be without him for the next 5 games, in which they would go 1-4, which was huge, as the Warriors around this time were hovering around 5th and 6th seed. After that short stretch, being in the loaded Western Conference, they quickly found themselves struggling to stay in the playoff picture. And that's when we get to April.
I mean, he's unconscious, and that's night in and night out.
No more Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson's not out there. This is Steph Curry's show.
Steph does this on a nightly basis, and I think we take it for granted.
Well, he's reminding us all of what it looked like pre-Kevin Durant's arrival in Golden State. I mean, that's really what this is right now, because he was the most entertaining player in the NBA at that time.
They're good with him on the floor offensively, but with him off the floor, they're terrible. And so I think just realizing that he's going to have to score 40 night in and night out for them to even make a push to make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough.
The deep 3, perfect. And Holiday tried to check Stephen Curry behind the back, lost it for a moment, recovers and scores. And look at Wiggins, the effort to run it down. Curry, 3-pointer for Stephen Curry. Great contest. Thought he got fouled. Steph's got Len on skates and hits the 3 right in his face. Steph on Bertans, but Westbrook is lurking. Curry gets around him. Curry reverse layup in the lead. It's too easy. John Wall said, not Curry behind his back. Flip it up and in, draw the foul. That ricocheted off Steph. He stayed with it. Come on. He's absolutely feeling it. How about this third quarter? Curry three. Why not? Exclamation mark. The threat.
It's an interesting mix right now for Golden State as Steph steps back into a three and buries it. Steph Curry is 8 shy of the Warriors' all-time scoring record. He has 2 right there, and that one,
he knows.
Steph Curry
He knows.
just got himself the record. He passed Will Chamberlain.
When you watch the Nuggets here in the second half, they've really, Monte Morris, Capazzo, they're doing everything they can.
This pass, they thin out the defense from Lee. Cross court for Curry. Step aside 3. Oh, yes!
Maladon's going to be a good point guard in this league. Steph Curry dropping in another three. Warriors trying to keep that expanded lead at halftime. Curry for the triple, and he was already running back. Steph knew. Tight-roping the baseline. Steph and Draymond. That was the invisible move when he got to the lane to lay it in.
He really frustrates you when he doesn't have the ball and you lose it.
Curry three. Curry, why not?
Come on, it's just
So 10 threes against Denver, 10 threes again tonight. Robinson getting his first playing time and gets into the books. Curry, another one. He's got 11.
Steph Curry, since the hip contusion, has been, as Bonte Hill would say, on a heater.
On a heater. I don't even know what that is. I just made that up.
Well, if it was a heater, they turn the heat up. It got hotter. It's on fire now.
You can access by using the SAP function on your remote control. Curry, three-pointer, first one of the night is good.
Around 500 as Steve Kerr elects to keep Steph Curry in, which I am so on board with.
Only played in 3 games for the Kings. Curry, long three. It's good. Steph Curry from White Town. This is already his 16th. Obviously a guy that had great talent, but a couple of bad knee injuries changed a lot of things for him as Curry gets inside.
And also at times play with those other wing players on the floor at the same time.
Curry, a wide open pass. Curry spins. Step back, trying to draw another foul, and it goes in! Oh, Steph Curry with a circus shot and the foul. Curry for 3. Steph Curry another. He's got 28. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Curry another 3. Puts it in. Back-to-back threes for Curry. Curry against Pritchard. Step back 3. Puts it in. Steph Curry with his 7th three-pointer of the night. He's got 34. Grant Williams on him. Curry behind the back, puts up a 3. Bang! Steph Curry again! He's got 44! By the trading deadline, been out with a right thumb injury. As Steph Curry gets on the board, his first three-pointer of the night.
Tremendous as a shooter, but if there's a problematic matchup in the playoffs, George gives you a different look, and then Draymond playing him. I have a question for you, Mike. As Steph lets it, oh, come on.
That's his 4th three-pointer already, 16 points. Make that 18. 3-point-6er lead. Curry for 3. Puts it in. Steph Curry now 11 straight games with 30 or more. Seth on step. Curry for 3. It's good. 8 3-pointers. And the lead is 4 for Golden State. Another 40-point game for Stephen Curry.
Very difficult.
Curry another 3. Bang! Steph Curry does it again. Curry magic working here in Philadelphia. Curry behind the back, drives, pulls back, puts up a 3. Bang! 9 3-pointers make it now. 10 for 17 from downtown for Steph Curry. 104-95.
49 points tonight. You made 10 threes, and yet you're upset. Tell me why.
I got poked in the eye and I missed that free throw. I knew I wanted it. It was a gift at the end. When you get in a rhythm like this is when it's the most fun. Because all that work is paying off.
In the shooting zone like very few have ever been.
Steph Curry in the month of April averaged 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting 52% from the field, nearly 47% from 3, and 91% on free throws. During that month, he had a stretch of 11 straight 30-point games, which is the most in NBA history for a player in their 12th season or later. During that 11-game stretch, he averaged 40 points while shooting 54% from the field, 90% on free throws, and 50% on threes while taking over 14 a game. He had 4 games hitting 10 or more threes, injuries, all of which happened in the same week. He had 5 40-point games in the month of April, he scored 30 or more points in 13 out of the 15 games he played, and he did this all while facing some of the most ridiculous defenses we've ever seen, and with a bruised tailbone. And with all that going on, the Warriors in the month of April had a record of 8-8. Yes, they were even. How did that even happen? Well, we'll get to that. Trust me. But that brings us to the month of May. The Warriors had been through the ringer this season, with injuries to several key pieces such as Kelly Oubre, James Wiseman, Damian Lee, Draymond Green, and of course Steph Curry. They had now all but guaranteed a spot in the play-in, with almost no path to get to the 6th seed. So now, it was just about staying as high as possible in the play-in bracket to have double elimination instead of single elimination. There was just one small problem. Due to all the injuries they were dealing with, they were now down to an 8-man roster, with their only 3 bench players being guys that had been in the G League earlier that season. So now, the Warriors were running a lineup of Steph Curry, Kent Bazemore, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, Jordan Poole, Juan Toscano-Anderson, and Michael Mulder. Also a big storyline at the time was the battle between Steph Curry and Bradley Beal for the 2021 scoring title, and on May 8th, that battle heated up when Bradley Beal took the lead back by scoring 50 points against the Indiana Pacers. The Warriors played their game shortly after that one ended, and so Steph Curry saw that and decided to just take the lead back real quick.
Steph's been working out. Curry from deep. You know, the all-defensive selections will be made at the end of the year. Curry hits another 3. 1 out of 2 from the line. Curry 3, his 3rd of the first quarter. Going forward is that Steve Kerr and Jaren Collins, Mike Brown, as Steph hits another 3. He's got 4. Blow by. Just put him in a bad position. Curry, very deep 3. Got another one. I was wrong again. He's getting the threes. What would teams do then? Well, we've seen it before. Steph Curry dropping in a 3. Oh, Steph. A little show and go. And Wiggins on the relocate. Moses Brown stayed with them. And Curry banked it home. But Wiggins made that tough again. Steph, he just shot that from Fairfax. Game. Draymond between his legs. Curry's got 41. Curry again. And Bazley is saying, wait, oh, he backed up on him and hit another 3. Bazley fell asleep. He thought he did his job.
He finished the game with 49 points, and had yet another game with 10 or more threes, by making 11 of his 21 attempts. The Warriors then went on to grab 2 more important wins over the Utah Jazz and the Phoenix Suns. However, even after those wins, it didn't matter. Memphis was still too close in the seeding for them to have the 8th seed locked up. I don't know if this was the basketball gods or just the universe in general, but the 2 teams fighting for the 8th seed would face each other on the last day of the season to see who would get the 8th seed in the play-in. The Warriors had a terrible habit all season of losing important placement games, so for a lot of Warrior fans, this was easily the most nerve-wracking day of the entire season. But it was clear from the start that Steph didn't have the same fear a lot of the fans had.
Junis, who was taught that move by the author of it himself, Jack Sigma, as Curry when he was with the Raptors. Steph blows by his defender.
Guardable. Right now, it's amazing he can get downhill at this point.
Quickly back the other way. Got to pick him up. Brooks got a good look at that 3 that fell by that suddenly impervious defense. Steph, are you nuts? Wow! Green with the ball. It's Curry off the split.
If you're looking for MVP, if Steph is not on Golden State's team, then you know, what are we looking at?
Curry and the Warriors moving in for a little bit of a kill here. Deep, like the fries were at the bottom.
Steph and Curry, man. I mean, what can you say?
Steph finished the game with 46 points and grabbed his 38th 30-point game of the season, which is the second most for a player in their 12th season or later, behind only Michael Jordan. This was also his 11th 40-point game of the season, which was his most 40-point games in a single season since his unanimous MVP year in 2016. And from there, the Warriors secured the 8th seed and set themselves up for a play-in game against the LA Lakers to decide who would be the 7th seed in the playoffs. They would end up losing despite 37 points from Steph Curry, but luckily, they had another chance against their old friends, the Memphis Grizzlies.
2 to shoot. Anderson drives back out. 3-pointer. 24-second violation.
If I'm the Warriors, I can guarantee a look the way that they're defending Steph Curry. So I like the idea of no timeout.
5 seconds remaining. Curry makes his moves, finds Green. Green drives down the lane. The floater's up. No good. Overtime. factor here down the stretch. Curry pulls back a two-pointer, got it. 39 for Steph. Ball goes to Tillman, out to Allen, hits the three. This is when they got to attack. Morant back to Allen, tries another three, puts it in. Back-to-back threes from Grayson Allen. Looking, finds Curry. Curry for three. Bounces twice, won't go. Toscano Anderson the rebound. Pull for three. Bang! And gets in the paint, stops, kicks it back out in the corner. Tillman for three, puts it in. Morant picked up by Curry. Again, Curry with 5 fouls. Shot clock at 3. Morant gets inside. A little push shot is good. That will do it. The Memphis Grizzlies are in the playoffs. They eliminate the Golden State Warriors. And the Grizzlies will now play the Jazz in the first round starting on Sunday.
And just like that, the historic season of Steph Curry was over, averaging 32 points, but with just a 9th seed placement to show for it. But this is a thing that a lot of people don't talk about. The Warriors went 39-33 in the regular season, and 37-26 in the games that Steph Curry played. That's a win percentage of 58.7%, which would put them right above the Dallas Mavericks for the 5th seed if he had played every game. So that's number 1. Number 2, and the bigger one, the Warriors legitimately could have had a chance to win 50 or more games this season. Out of the 9 games that Steph Curry missed, 4 of them were against teams that didn't even make the playoffs, and the Warriors were 1-3 in those games. One of them being a game against the Toronto Raptors, in which the Warriors lost by 53 points and trailed by as many as 61. When you take into account the games that he missed and who they were playing, you could easily say that those games alone would have put them above the play-in bracket. But also, the Warriors had a massive problem with closing out games and giving away games the entire season. And these are the games that could have very well put Golden State right next to Utah and Phoenix in terms of seeding. These were the games where there were no excuses for not only losing, but the way that we lost.
I'd be more than happy to explain to you why this whole thing is going on. Because I can tell you it's not me. I can tell you that. Not me.
Roll the tape.
Shoot. Doncic to Kleber. Kleber three-pointer. Puts it in. Maxi Kleber makes it a 4-point game.
Oh, still looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it.
What did he do that for?
Draymond shot a 3 with 5 seconds left. You got another technical foul. If it's on Draymond, he's ejected. He's out. Wow. Draymond is ejected from the game here.
Hornets got the timeout, and Draymond Green almost got a technical. Uh-oh. Did he? Yeah, and it's gone. That means he's got 2. Oh, my goodness. Gonna have to put something up. Yes! Terry Rozier! How do you know?
Lillard, step back 3. Bang! Damian Lillard from downtown. Put all over. Curry goes back out. Green fakes the 3. Green right inside layup. No, they wave it off. Offensive foul.
Off iron, long rebound. Beal's got it. Beal for 3. He made it, and he was fouled.
So they decided not to foul, then they end up fouling at the worst time.
Draymond to Damian Lee, back door. Oh, no. And he didn't shoot.
Got Curry on him. Double team, back out to Smart. Fakes the pass all the time. 3. Bang! With Curry. Jordan pulls back in. Green fakes, drives, layup. He missed it. And Tatum with a rebound.
Westbrook just realized that it's deflected and stolen. Easy. Bazemore's got it. Put ahead to Wiggins. And he missed the lay-in. No.
Seconds remaining. Curry makes his moves, finds Green. Green drives down the lane, the floater's up, no good, overtime. Toscano Anderson to Wiggins. Wiggins tries a 3. Way off, and Morant.
And so when you look at it like that, you can easily see that the Warriors' win total should have been a lot higher than it ended up being. But what's in the past is in the past, it already happened, and now I gotta deal with dudes saying, Steph was a choker, he couldn't even make the playoffs without 7 All-Stars. But those guys are always running around, so what can you do? Not much. But going back to the season, Steph Curry averaged 32 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists, while shooting 48% from the field, 42% from 3, and 91.6% on free throws, for a true shooting percentage of 65.5%, which is his 3rd most efficient season ever, behind his 2018 season and 2016 season. He scored 30 or or more points in 38 games, which is the second most for a player in their 12th season or later. The only player with more is Michael Jordan in the 1997 season. He hit 337 three-pointers, which is the third most of his career, but also keep in mind the shortened season and how many games he missed. He made 5.3 three-pointers a game, compared to 5.1 in 2016, when he hit 402. If this would have been a full-length season, and he played 79 games like he did in 2016, he would have been on pace to hit over 419 three-pointers. Also speaking of three-pointers, he had 7 games with 10 or more threes, meaning he had more games with 10 or more threes this season alone than the player with the second most in their entire career. The player with the second most games with 10 or more threes is Klay Thompson with 5. Steph Curry had 7 this season. Like I said before, 4 of those happened in the same week. That was also just the 3rd and 4th time in NBA history where a player hit 10 or more threes in back-to-back games. The only other times being Steph Curry in 2016 and James Harden in 2019. He did this while being on a team that statistically had the worst offense of any team in the last 5 seasons when he wasn't on the court. The drop-off was absolutely ridiculous. When he was on the court, the Warriors had an offensive rating of 114.2, which would have been good for 10th in the league, around league average. With him off the court, that plummeted to 101.8, which is actually way worse than their offensive rating last season when he missed nearly the entire year. How did they get worse? Like how is that possible? So when you look at it like that, and then you realize that he was doing this with defenses fully dedicated to trapping him, purposely leaving teammates open, you start to realize just how unbelievable this season was, especially considering the fact that Steph's a small guard. It's different for him. He's not a freight train like Giannis or a big body like Luka Doncic or LeBron James. And so he doesn't have as many options as those guys when they're playing defenses like this on him.